well lit area, somewhere with access to a PowerPoint. You'd want to be wearing what type of shoes? Okay. And if your horse has just come into the field, it's wet, you must wait for it to dry and it must be brushed off, it must be clean. Okay? Yep. You should wear a hard hat.
You can also put your electrical cable above you, can't you, if you're using cable, so that the cable is not dragging along the cord that it's on the hook.
You can do. Even better still, you get yourself a power pack. Yeah, so you clip, it's like a little pack, you clip it around your waist, and you just have a shorter wire, so it's always off the ground, and it's quite light in the hand as well. Okay, exactly. What do we think about the circuit itself?
Circuit breaker.
Need a breaker. Why?
Do you want to be electrocuted?
Exactly, so make sure you've got a circuit breaker. Okay.
Clean and dry. Yeah.
Clean, dry, and you must be wearing correct rubber
You could be wearing overalls, have your hair back,
Ideally, you should have all of that.
Mask, goggles,
The works.
the suit. I've seen Janet's though. She comes in with this.
Yeah.
It gets
Should have
everywhere.
sign
It's
off
horrible.
crime scene.
Yeah.
But that goes through. It still goes through.
Yeah.
Find it in knickers. It's there. It's in your bras. Let it pat.
Yeah, all the time.
Okay, all you actually need to do is say, okay, well I would turn them on, I'd make sure they're well oiled, I'd make sure my blades were sharp, my clippers were clean before I started. You can't clip horses with blunt blades, okay? They can be sent away to the manufacturers and they are resharpened, and I would say I'd always have a spare set handy, particularly on a yard this size. I would imagine you needed a few different sets, which we have, okay?
Mandy, how would you check they're sharp?
No.
You'd know when you're going through, it wouldn't be cutting well. Simple as that, okay?
How many times do you call it from what you're doing?
Sorry?
Yeah, while you're calling
Right,
it.
depends.
And how do you test it? It's too
Hold on, okay. Depends on the length of the coat. If the coat is thick and dense, then you're going to have to give it more breaks, more frequent breaks, okay? On a coat like this, I could do 6 like this and, stop very rarely, alright, because it's not going to stress the blades. They are going to burn out quicker if you've got it too tight and the blades are too close, okay? So get them tight, make sure your fingers on the back, and then think 1 1/4 turns generally is the score, but you'd be hearing it, okay? Remember that really loud rattle we had when it was too loose, and you could just see that it was just grinding together when we didn't have it loose enough, okay? You're always going to start on the shoulder, okay? You can, as you're going, just palm, turn it off, put your palm to the, and if you're ouching, they're ouching.
Yeah.
If you can
So you
tolerate
turn
and
it off
hold it,
before you put on your
keep
palm.
going.
Of course, yeah.
As your general rule. They're going to be more sensitive around your flanks and around the belly area. Okay, so wear that.
And you'll get an assistant to hold a leg forward to do elbow. Or leg up and forward to do that.
Yeah.
Hold
Okay.
it up.
You can have the horse tied up as it is. You can have someone, an assistant, holding the horse. The horse could be twitched, it could be restrained in some way, either holding a leg or via a humane or a traditional twitch. Okay? So you're going to go against the coat. You'd always start with the shoulder, and you always let the horse just listen to the sound before you dive in and start your flipping. Okay? You decide what sort of horse you've got here, what work it's going to be doing, what type of flip you're going to do before you start. You can chalk it on, you can soap it on, there's different ways of which you can mark the horse. If you've clipped more than 20, you kind of just stand back and go boom, and you can get a straight line. Okay? Nothing worse than horses to clip badly. Okay? So you just step back and just keep checking your blades. They need to be oiled. Every time you stop and have a break, I'd re-oil. Give them a brush out, and you oil the back vent there and a little along the blade. Shake off the excess if you've overdone it, and then start again.
Keep vents clear. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Choice of clip depends on